What's going on YouTube? It's MajorSleeper back with another video, and today I'm going to do a how-to video, how to play Shadows of Doubt. If you guys been following the series, or if you've not, it's your first video that you've found for my channel. We love Shadows of Doubt. I love Shadows of Doubt. This video is happening after my very first playthrough of the game, and I love it. There's probably still a lot more that I can learn, but I want to teach people a lot of the basics, maybe some more advanced things that some people should know, or probably don't know, because the tutorial doesn't teach everything, but it leaves a lot to imagination, to wonder. So this won't be the original tutorial that you may or may not have played. We're going to go through a generated sandbox, with environment city. So I have never played on the city. I started this. This is also going to be my second playthrough. We put it on a very long story. We're going to be in the city for a very long time. We're going to do a lot in here, but we're going to do very meticulous walkthrough of cases of side jobs and how to solve some things, what to look for. But yeah, if you like this video, like it. If you dislike it. Leave a comment down in the comment section below about what you thought was helpful about the video, or what you thought I didn't cover that I could cover. And yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's go. So like I said, did a procedurally generated world. So this is my apartment. Let's see. So there we go. This is my name, Jamar Franklin. That's me. That's me, Jamar Franklin. You can gather information on yourself. Whenever you get an apartment, when you do a tutorial world, you do start out with an apartment, but I don't want to spoil anything. When you get into your safe, the default code is 1234. All right. So yeah, remember to pick up some, keys, all the keys. Whenever you have keys, pick them up. This is my apartment, so this is my money. Okay, you start out with a little bit more money than you do in a generated world. Well, actually, in a generated world, you can choose however much money you start out with. You can make it as easy or hard as you want to play, and that's what I really like about the game. Is that is very freeform. You can play a super difficult game. You can play a very lax and leisurely game as well. All right, so when you first start the game, take some exploring to explore around, look around. What I noticed, or what I didn't notice in the last game, is that your apartment does have fingerprints, and if you let's see if it actually connects. So it doesn't connect. So you see this fingerprint, it's fingerprint type A. So we're the only people that have been in this apartment. So these fingerprints are ours. They are our fingerprints. And if you happen to come across some of these fingerprints on a crime scene or something like that, your fingerprints do spawn in other, like, crime scene apartments and locations over time. So that's a pretty cool feature of the game. So we're going to go out. And you can see everybody. We want to lock our door. And yeah, we're just going to take a gander at this new world. I have to be very careful because I just finished playing on like the first playthrough, and I had a lot of power-ups. I had a lot of sync discs installed, like no fall damage and stuff like that. So I just got to be a little bit more careful. Alrighty, so we're gonna look around. So I think it should mimic, this city should mimic the very first city. Actually, it doesn't. It's a little bit different. Alrighty, 501 Bowman. I think it's Bowman. All right, 501 Bowman Heights. Okay, so it's my dogs. So we want to go to City Hall. And we want to pick up a resolution form. Alrighty. And as you can see, these officers are running to the crime scene. If you don't know where to go, sometimes you can follow these guys to the crime scene. They'll lead you right to the crime scene. So actually, that's what we're going to do. We're going to follow them. But after you pick up your resolution form, you'll see that the case automatically populates in your cases. So this one's called the business butcher. Okay, this case, the murderer's nickname, or the serial killer's nickname, is the business butcher. And to solve the case, you need to have their full name. You need to have evidence that places the killer at the scene. You need to know where the killer lives and locate the murder weapon. Well, actually, the only mandatory things that you need to know are the full name of the killer and the evidence that puts them at the scene. Arresting the killer, where does the killer live, and locating the murder weapon are all optional. But the more you solve, the more money you get. So the reward for getting the killer's name, 1,000. Arresting him, 350. The evidence that places them at a scene, 500. Finding out where they live, 50. And locating the murder weapon, 300. We'll go through all of these throughout this mission, so don't you worry. The police officers, they do get tired very quickly. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it's going to take me some time to actually learn the city, because I honestly thought that yes, this game is procedurally generated each time, so everybody's city is going to be different. And yeah, you can see there's different shops. Okay, so we're going up here. We know it's on the 5th floor. We can also use the elevator. So 501 bowling. Elevator's super clutch. That's what the cool kids use. All right, so the gate's still down. We just have to wait. We just have to wait for the gate to come up. If you happen to be in an area of a crime scene, just be careful, because you can get stuck behind the gate. There are turrets on some floors that can shoot you, and yeah, just be careful. All right, these guys are... yeah. Okay, so 501. That's 502. And this is 501. The numbers are backwards, but you know. Yeah. How's the bad boy hunt going? It's going. So I just finished a playthrough of my first world. And now I'm doing kind of a tutorial. So yeah, hello on YouTube indeed. Hello, welcome in. We're doing kind of a tutorial how-to video right now. All right. Let's see. So the enforcers will go in, and as you all know, if you played the tutorial or if you didn't, just know that you are a private detective. You are not part of the enforcers. The enforcers do not want you in the crime scene at all. So you have to be as sneaky as you can be. And you notice these vents that go throughout the apartment buildings, they can... I didn't knock on the door. Why are you saying what to me? Okay, as I was saying, the vents can lead you inside of the apartments that you want. And sometimes they don't. You just got to be careful. So my play style is always the direct approach, and it's going through the front door, lock picking doors, turning off security cameras so I'm not seen or raising any alarms, Right now in the state of the game, you can just walk right. Oh, there's another enforcer in there. Okay, so good thing we didn't go in because we probably would have gotten shot. So yeah. Oh, as you can see, this air vent, you can follow it actually. This air vent goes probably, it goes into this apartment actually. You can see that. Okay, so that enforcer went out. There's usually only two, so we're just gonna walk in. All right. Put a pin. Okay. Probably put a pin in it. We're gonna find the suspect first, or the victim first. There she is. Wow. Wow. Okay. So we're in here. We want to look at the cadaver first. All right. So you want to inspect them. So unknown citizen. We'll take some prints. All right. And that'll update their card. See? They're type B. They're type B because I scanned my fingerprint first. So I'm A, and it's sequential. So every fingerprint that you find that's unique will have their own unique letter. So it'll go A through Z, and then it'll do, you know, A, then A, B, A, C, and so on and so forth. So let's search them, see if they have anything on them. You can also see the cause of death of each victim as well. So the wound was caused by a sharp object or blade. And the time of death. Let's see. It appears the victim has been slashed to death by a bladed weapon, and you can determine the time of death was between 1715 or 515. All the time is in military time, so if you don't know military time, look up how to solve that. But yeah, 515 and 630. And you can look at our time right now. It is 717, so it happened pretty recently. And you want to pin it. You want to pin pretty much everything that you think is relevant. And the pin system at first I thought was really clunky, but I got used to it. Now it's kind of just second nature. It's really second nature to remember to pin things to the board, to create links and to delete links. To create a link, actually we'll go right here. To delete a link, because I don't think they actually do that into tutorial. To delete a link, you just right click on the link itself and then press remove. To create a link, you hold down your middle mouse button and then you drag. I normally don't rename or change the colors of the links because it takes too much time. But yeah, that's how you do that. Okay. So as you can see, we have this business card right here. It says didn't have what it takes, cut to the chase. They must be worthy. It was on the business card in her apartment. Actually, in her apartment. So then remember to scan everything. See that right there? Fingerprint type C. Alrighty. So we have a different fingerprint belonging to someone else. So our fingerprint, remember, is B. So we want to find a fingerprint C. You want to find somebody with the fingerprint C. Alrighty. So we have to be careful with doors, because doors, the enforcers can hear from pretty far away. Okay, so this is our bedroom. You want to go into their files, into their bedroom, and actually you can see there's no files in this bedroom. So the murderer, you can kind of, I don't know, assume or guess the murderer took the files with them as they left. So you can see this business card is hers. And her name is Zarita Vasquez. Or yeah, her name is, somebody in this apartment's name is Zarita Vasquez. So the citizens in the city, they can have partners. And the easiest way to find it if they have partners is to look at their files, but they don't have any files in this apartment. They were probably stolen, or they just were never, I mean, honestly, never spawned. But Zarita Vasquez, you can assume that they live at 501 Bowman because this business card wasn't here. The address is on here. So yeah, but we're going to try to rule out if they have a partner or not. Take that. Actually, what you can do is you can scan it, fingerprint type B, and that is her fingerprint. So she touched it, no one else touched it, but still, you don't want to you know, assume too much. So comb, note. Okay, so ZV, Zarina Vasquez, we can probably assume. So our password is going to be 9573. All right, let's keep that organized. Okay, best way to see if they have a partner or not is to check all the bedside tables, because partners will usually have their things separated. And it doesn't look like they do. So there's not much else we can do in that room. So we're going to go and look around. We're going to try to find the murder weapon if possible. So we have Zarita Vasquez work rota. So all of this stuff is saying is a Zarita Vasquez lives here. We can't really attach it to this person because the person didn't have a wallet on them, but we can safely assume that this is Zarita Vasquez, you know? All right. Oh, skull, cigar. Okay. Cigar box. So yeah, you want to, let's see, fingerprint type B, but probably not the murder weapon. Probably not the murder weapon. 10 food. I believe you do have to eat at some point in the game, but yeah. Nothing in the trash. We're just being really meticulous. All right, so here we go. Her purse. Now, as you can see, the profile auto populates with her name because we have positive identification. This is her purse. Zarita Vasquez. She lives here. You can take the key. Organ donor card. It'll repopulate. It has her blood type. Let's see. Blood type. It'll auto populate. Not sure why I didn't auto populate, but let's see. Did it do it now? No. Okay. But her work ID. Save that. Pretty useful. So yeah. Sneak by. See if we can find anything else. Maybe some fingerprints on the wall. Zarita Vasquez. Try to find something else that places the killer on the scene. The fingerprint on the business card is a definite, you know, giveaway, but you know, you want to try to find also address book. Keep the address book because it'll have the names and numbers of a lot of different people in the city, but also they're just connected to Zarita. So be mindful of that. All right, so we're gonna go back in here. Okay, so we're going to take this, we're going to pin it to the board, and to connect it to this business card. So already we have the evidence that places the killer at the scene, which is going to be the fingerprint. So what we need to find is the full name of the killer, where they live, and the murder weapon. All right. So Zarita has a safe. We know her password. It's not linked to her profile yet, but 9573. We can do that. All right, and a sync disk upgrade. So do we have enough space? We do. We're gonna take that. Sync disk upgrades are very helpful and useful because when you do have a sync disk, you can upgrade it. And sync disk upgrades are pretty expensive early on. They cost about 1,000 credits or dollars, whatever currency you want to use. It doesn't matter, but it costs about $1,000. And yeah, the price does add up quick. Okay, so because we do have our password, we're going to turn on this computer, but we have to be careful. Like I said, the computer makes noise and the opening doors make noise. Alrighty, so can actually go on it. Alrighty, check a profile. Alrighty, so we added that stuff. Emails, Vmails. From my experience, there is nothing to do with emails or Vmails outside of the actual tutorial of the game. So honestly, right now, with whatever current patch this is, I'll put in a description. But in this patch, it does not matter. Don't look at the emails because they won't give you anything useful. So yeah, I think we've gotten everything that we can out of this apartment, and the next thing we do is we get out of the apartment and, you know, hey, how's it going? Get out of the apartment, recoup, and see where what we need to do next. Actually, what we do need to do next, you can go to the basement. And what we can do in the basement is check call logs. Basements in the cities are pretty unique. This apartment building has 2 basements, and as you can see, this is flooded. I'm not 100% sure what the significance of the flooded basements are, but if you do know, let me know, so you know I can investigate. The last time I went to a flooded basement, it was very creepy and unsettling. So not 100% sure what we do down there. That can be in the more advanced. Also, if you guys don't know, I really do not like playing horror games. So places like these are very unsettling for me. Basement landing. Okay, so it's 2 sides of the basement. All right. So the phone room is most likely in here, but you can see this camera is pointing at that door. We need to get in. Honestly, that door might be unlocked. I haven't even checked it. Always check and see your doors aren't locked. Yeah, there. Yeah, but there's also, let's see, is there a camera in here? There's not. All right, easy peasy. So we go in, we unlock it. So it's going to take 5 lockpicks, 6, which is expensive. But lockpicks are generally inexpensive. After this, we're going to go to City Hall. We're going to buy some more lockpicks, and we have to buy handcuffs as well. Alrighty. So the victim lived in 501 Bowman. And let's see, we do some sleuthing. We know that they died between 1715 and 1830 today, Monday. And I think because we're very early in this run, there's only going to be calls from today, from 1/2/1979. So what we want to do, find any incoming calls that came from, or the gang that came to 501 Bowman, and it doesn't look like it's going to go back that far. The very first call came at 7, not 7. Yeah, at 7. And this person died at 6:30. So the call logs are not going to help us this job, but just remember, you guys can actually look at go watch some of my earlier videos. I do check call logs to see if somebody called the apartment that they went to, because a lot of these kills, a lot of these jobs happen from somebody that they know, and they're just angry at the victim, and then they just kill them. Some jobs are, I'm pretty sure, 90% sure that people hire other people to kill the victims, so they're like completely unrelated to the person that they killed. So like hitmen or assassins, they're hired and they go and kill the person, and they're not tied to that person at all. Those are the more difficult ones, and that might be the case this time. But the call logs don't go back that far, so we can actually just dip. So that right there, that door will always be unlocked. Once you unlock something in your world, it'll be unlocked forever, which is a pretty good perk. I like that a lot, because you don't have to really worry about whether or not you have to re-unlock something multiple times. You just do it. Alrighty, so let's get out of here. And actually this box right here will probably knock out the cameras for probably this entire floor. I didn't see any other box. Let's actually look. Yeah. And then whenever you have free time, take a look at some of these basement floor doors. Like this one's unknown, like pretty creepy. I want to go in there. But during my last playthrough, I think on the lead to like a black market in the game. So yeah, that was pretty cool, but I didn't stay in that world, in that my seed for that long. But this playthrough, I'm wanting to do everything. So yeah. All right, back to the main subject, snowing outside. And as you can see, like everybody here has their own name, their own everything, their own lives. It's 8:42, and people are getting off work, they're going home, they're doing things. Okay, so let's get back on track. So Zarita Vasquez, she was killed by a stab wound, slashed to death by a bladed weapon between 5:15 and 6:30. On scene, we found this business card that said, "Didn't have what it takes, cut to the chase, they must be worthy." The fingerprint on it was fingerprint C. We've only scanned 3 fingerprints in the entire city, so that's why it's type C. The murder weapon was not left on scene. There was no evidence, any other evidence, that the murderer was on scene except for the business card. So what we do next is we look to see, we check to see anything connected to Zarita Vasquez. So the first thing I do, like I said, the phone logs, there were no phone logs, so unfortunately there are no direct leads there. But we do know where she works. She works at Lemon and Associates. She's an office manager. So we can pin that to the board, and we can actually GPS it right there. Like I said, this is my first time in this world. I just generated this world for this video, not for this video, because I'm going to continue my YouTube content and Twitch content on this world, because I want to stay in it for a very long time. But I don't know where anything is off the top of my head, because this is brand new to me. So I'm running through it with you at the same time. So we're going to Lemon and Associates. It's going to be in Rio Grove on the 5th floor. All right. I don't know where Rio Grove is. I don't know addresses just yet. Okay. Trash. We'll go up to the 5th floor. And actually, before we do that, like I said, we need to get some equipment. We were just at City Hall. Okay. Actually, we can look on the map, actually. Boom. Graphite conglomerate. Bartender. Okay, this is City Hall. It's actually behind me to the right. All right. Nice. Okay, so we got here. And then you can buy lockpicks. Lockpicks come in sets of 25. So we'll definitely invest in some lockpicks. And anything else in here? Lockpicks, and what else did we say? Handcuffs. We definitely need handcuffs if we want to arrest the killer. All right. So these people in here, they work in here. You can just get on the computer, check out the information really quickly. You know, look over their shoulders, what I usually tell myself I'm doing. Really quick. So you can see Bella Lambert and Ryota Hashimoto. Those are their names. All right, so let's go to the Rio's Grove. We have 33 lockpicks. We're good. Alrighty, so we're gonna go up to the 5th floor. And as you can see, the time right now is 9:30, which in most cases for office buildings, no one's going to be in the office at 9:30 at night. So don't really need to worry about anybody being in there. What you do need to worry about is cameras. All right, and as you can see, they have laser security, turret guns, another camera in there. So you want to look on the outside and kind of gauge and see where their security boxes are, their power boxes are, because when you're right now, you're pretty short by default, but there are ways you can get taller, or you can get even shorter to be even more, you know, stealthier. But my meta, the way I like to play, is to be a little bit taller once you get the sync disc. I mean, you can get a sync disc to get be a little bit taller. You can sabotage cameras without having to touch the these breaker boxes. So we're gonna lock this. I'm gonna turn off the security cameras out here. Usually knock before I try to go in. No one's behind us. We're gonna go in. Right. All right. We just got to be mindful of that camera right there. What I'm going to do is something, like I said, really risky. I'm just going to run through and hopefully, yeah. There we go. So that camera will focus something else. All right. So we don't know the keypad, but there's 2 ways you can open a keypad room. Is with a, let's see. To all employees, the door code, well, there's 3 ways. The door code to my office has been reset to 5920. So there's 3 ways. You can actually find the code, you can lockpick the door, or you can use a code breaker to get into that room. So there's plenty of different ways you can go about getting into places that you're not supposed to be. So yeah, so we're gonna go back to the door. We move right underneath the camera. It'll it'll forget that we're here. Right. So this camera is kind of problematic. So we can hop up here, sabotage it really quickly because we don't know where the breaker box is. I'm also going pretty quickly because I'm talking and explaining what I'm doing at the same time. So the breaker box may as well just be in this room, and I just don't know. All right. Passcode is usually the same for the, like, if someone's in the offices, if someone works here for like the boss or the like the office manager or something, the door code will be the same for like their room, their computer, their everything. Oh, that's a Thunder IRL. So we want to hurry up because sabotaging computers, sabotaging cameras, and even in the breaker box, they take a little bit before they come back on. What I'm doing now is looking for files. So we want to get on this computer. P Bell 5920. All right, go in the profile really quickly. Penelope Bell. We want to go to security and turn off security everywhere. All right, so that's off. And like I said, the Vmail doesn't help much. And like I said, nothing here is going to matter. All right. So what we will do is get the this person's profile and pin it to our case because they also work at Lemon and Associates. So we don't have much to go off of. We're going to investigate everyone that works at Lemon and Associates. All right. So there's nothing else that we can do in this room. We're gonna leave. Now the next hurdle. This is locked. Oh, we have the key. Next hurdle, and actually we probably don't even need to go into the other room. These employee records. Okay, so these employee records are golden. You want to find these employee records in these offices as soon as possible. If these employee records weren't in this room, we would have to go into the other room with a whole bunch of security and hope that people's computers are on, check their profiles for passwords. But these employee records give you their fingerprint. The only reason that you want to go into that other room with the massive security is to get passwords for their computers. So here we're just going to skip by because the fingerprint that we need is C. We need to find the fingerprint C. So this guy's D, so he's already clear. So inspect. E, clear. F, clear. G, clear. C. That's her fingerprint. Lorelei Francois. And as I said, this is my first time playing the seed. I don't know anybody in this city. I don't know fingerprints, but we were very lucky to find the fingerprint was belonging to someone that Zarita worked with. So what we want to do is pin this. We want to connect it to the fingerprint. We want to also connect it to the business because that's the connection. Sometimes there is no connection. Like I said, sometimes it's a hitman. I'm pretty sure they're assassins. They aren't connected at all. So yeah. But before we leave, we want to look at everybody's profile because the more you know about people off the bat, before you go anywhere else, the better. We know Zarita Vasquez, she worked here. And Angel Garcia and Hell. And yeah, so we can actually just pack it up, leave. Because this computer is hers. Actually, no, that's somebody else's computer. It doesn't matter. We don't need to be in there anymore because look at that. just in time for the cameras to come back on. That sound, very scary, is the sound of security cameras and security systems coming back online. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so we have this person's employee profile. Her name is Lori Leigh Francois. We don't have her address on this record, but what we can do is extract that out. Boom. And we can actually find her name and her Zarita's address book. Lori Leigh lives at 304 Rio Grove. Right, and if it's not the right Lori Leigh, there's some reason there's two Lori Leighs in the city, we can just look up Lori Leigh Francois in the city directory, and it'll take us right to her house. But what we're going to do is go to 304 Rio Grove, which is 2 floors down. 304 right here. All right, so there are multiple ways we can go about arresting the suspect. So before we do that, we're going to fill in our worksheet. So the full name of the killer, Lori Leigh Francois. Where does the killer live? She lives at 304 Rio Grove. And have we located a murder weapon? No. So we have not located the murder weapon. The murder weapon is most likely on their person. So a couple ways we can go about this. So I'll give you my game plan. We're gonna knock on the door, see if they're home. If they are not home, we will have to find them. We already know they work. They're not at work, so they're probably at a bar somewhere. So you just have to wait until they get home. 2, they may have a partner. If they have a partner, that makes things a little bit more difficult, because if you try to arrest them, their partner will get involved and it gets kind of messy. What you can do is just punch them out. But I can tell you right now, we're going to arrest Lori Leigh, and if the partner gets involved, we got to punch him out, because we got to get that murder weapon. We got to find it. And another way is to sneak into their apartment while they're asleep, arrest them, and same thing. So what we're going to do, we can actually see if they're home by looking under the door. The light is on, so yeah, even if the light's off, they may just be asleep depending on the time of day. But it is 10:20. People usually don't sleep that early in this game, but still. All right, this is Lori Leigh. Hello, Lori Leigh. What is it? Oh, I'm inspecting. Sorry, I want to talk to her. So we already know her name. We don't need to ask. We don't need to beat around the bush. My suspicion is the more questions that people are willing to give, the more likely they are to give you other answers. So we can say, do you know this person? Okay. Off the bat, we can say, hey, do you know Zarita Vasquez? You work with him. Then that's Zarita Vasquez. They work at Lemon Associates. And you saw them today at 501 Bowman Heights at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so that right there. Say, for example, we did not have Lori Leigh Francois' fingerprint, but we had a sneaky suspicion that they were the murderers. All of that information that she just gave us is very suspicious. She saw them at Zarita Vasquez's apartment, which is 501 Bowman at 6:30 p.m. So she saw them at their apartment around the time they died. Very suspicious. If I didn't have her fingerprint, I would definitely want to get it. I would ask her for a fingerprint, or you can ask to get into their apartment and scan around to see if the fingerprint was in there. But what we're going to do right now is going to ask to come in and take a look around. Okay, we're going to say, why would they? We can see how much money do we have. We have $400. Okay, we can go up to $400. If that doesn't work, we're going to have to force our way in. $200. All right, so for $200, they gave me a guest pass. So we're going to go in. What I want to do is, I just want to make sure she doesn't have any partners. Excuse me. All right, she doesn't have any partners. But before all that, I want to check some files. All right, so she definitely doesn't have any partners. All right, a sword. That's could the sword be like the murder weapon as well? Not sure. All right. Remember your password. Count from 1. Shred this one memorized. So the password is probably 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah. So the murder weapon is either. Hello. Murder weapon is either on her person or that sword. So what we can do. She's gonna turn off the lights. Very creepy. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna arrest her. Lori Lay, you're under arrest. You're under arrest for the murder of someone. She doesn't have the murder weapon on her. So what we're gonna do is ransack the place. We're gonna rob her, really. All right. Crumpled paper. No. So a vintage sword. The vintage sword could have been the murder weapon because we don't have anything else. Honestly. But yeah. But we do have to be careful because she's yelling. So when they're yelling, okay, actually this could be it. Chef's knife. Used for cutting, slicing, and dicing produce. So pro tip, which we can do, we can take the chef's knife and when you select it, you can scan it for any fingerprints that are on the knife. So C. So it's definitely her knife. I was looking to see if there was any signs of struggle. So signs that Zorita touched the knife. And it doesn't look like there is. So we can just drop that. Somebody else here. We're going to take that. We're just going to scan and make sure that we're getting the right murder weapon. Relay. Drop it. Honestly, I should scan the vintage sword. Relay. Okay. So I think in this case, it might not matter what. It might not matter. But we'll find out together. It's usually the murder weapon is on their person. In my experience, but not finding it. Murder weapon can also still be at the person's apartment. So could have just been oversight on my part. So yeah, we're gonna skedaddle because the handcuffs are only applied to a person for 2 hours. So yeah, we're gonna go and actually plot to turn this in so we can get the GPS. And then we'll find out if the sword is the actual murder weapon or not. Oop. Alrighty, we're gonna figure that out right now. And in. All right, case processing. All right. All right, located murder. Okay, that was the murder weapon, the sword. Great. We solved the mission, 5 out of 5. And we're going to get paid the big bucks. Alrighty. $2,200. We're at social level 3 already. Nice. There's a sync upgrade vial right there. It's not mine. You can take it. But yeah, okay. Well, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found this informative. Like I said, if you liked it, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Leave a comment down in the comment section below about what you learned, what you didn't learn, what you want to learn. And if you want to watch these games and more live on Twitch, I'm live every day 3 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/MajorSleeper. But hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.